Hey everybody, welcome back to more Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. We're still in the energy hold. It's long. After collecting the weird, fat, flappy bird-shaped key, we can now progress and do the top point of the star. As this Globin mentions, the attack pieces do not show up on the map. There are actually only 4 spots where you need to find them. We've already found half of them so far. We'll be getting the other half in this video.
There's really no explanation as to why the map just randomly doesn't work here for the attack pieces.
No, it's just, no. Welcome to this spot. Yep.
Too much energy.
They're real easy to find, though. They're not out of the way at all. If you're exploring. Mario's got an idea. I know someone in the thread was, I believe it was Glazius, was lamenting the fact that you didn't get to hammer Luigi into the ground anymore.
Well,
the answer this time is both of them go underground. This is another staple move, sort of. In previous games, you would swap the position of the brothers, and Mario would hammer Luigi straight into the ground. This time, both brothers go, so that opens up some things. Previously, if you sent Luigi under a barricade or something, you could only have Luigi, so you couldn't do bros moves, and you typically wouldn't get into combat. Now, since both of them can go, you can get some more interesting puzzles that involve navigating with both of them. They wanted to be absolutely certain you couldn't get past this point until you saw that.
and then do it again.
This is why I do test recordings, because I got here and I flailed around for a good minute or two going, what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to just use the thing I got? Yes.
Too confusing.
Yeah, the games are too hard for me.
Those things hurt, even when he doesn't have attack boost and is huge.
Well, the problem when they're tiny is that they're fast. Those attacks come out just like a shot. I guess it's kind of hard to see in the triple speed version, but when they get bigger, their shots come a lot slower. Obviously they hurt more, but since the point of this game is to dodge or deflect attacks, slow and damaging is actually better than fast and less damaging.
Which is still pretty damaging. That guy's very indecisive about what form he wants to be in.
Yeah, they can switch. I think it's a free action. So they can switch and then still attack. Kind of convenient when the defense ones decide not to switch because they just sit there. They don't have an actual attack.
Yeah, they take slightly less damage, but that's really not a threat.
Yeah, that's right. Bask in my roulette prowess.
Even that 3 on Mario was like really fast 3.
Well, yes. And they're told they weren't 6s and 7s in that wheel.
No,
Because I'd been ignoring his stash for so long.
it's not a hugely crucial stat.
Yeah, I mean, the lucky hits definitely help.
Yeah.
So now that we have the drill move, we can proceed. Watch me futz with the buttons some more.
It is a little unwieldy at times because you have all the different actions and there's only 2 buttons, so you just have to like keep switching between them.
Welcome to our next game-spanning, not exactly side quest, but collectathon. Beans. Lots and lots of beans.
Some of which are apparently good for your heart.
So spread throughout the Mushroom Kingdom and some parts of Bowser's body are special little spots. You've probably seen them a million times. the X's on the overworld. You drill into them, pop out, and you get a bean. And you can use it for either brother, and it'll up the respective stat. I do plan on trying to get them all. Oh, here's the attack I did not properly edit last time. You can see the globs when they go to the top screen. You can see what color they are, and that's how you know which brother they're heading for. I do plan on getting all the beans. I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle that. I might stream it, I might record it and then speed it up 20 times. For now, I'm going to be not getting most of them, even though obviously they're just sitting there. I do plan on following a guide. Otherwise, forget it.
It's always easier to follow guides like that if you haven't collected any of them.
When I started playing Grand Theft Auto 4, and I'm like, oh hey, a bird. I wonder if I can shoot it. 99 flying rats left in Liberty City. Ugh. So apparently you can't just drop those onto your face.
You got Bowser's footprint.
The game does let you know that you've struck on one that's kind of useful.
Gotta get the whole set, man.
I don't show it off because I do everything in the optimum order. But you can go back and turn off the blocks. If you need a different shape for whatever reason, you can go and get it. It's kind of why all the areas loop.
These guys just keep splitting so that you'll never finish the match.
I think it takes a decent amount of their health away when they split. One problem with the excellent badge that I'm using to get my badge bar up. If an enemy doesn't have enough health left to do a second hit, you just don't get any points. Well, here's a fairly obvious puzzle. Can you remember where all the numbers are? Because I sure as hell can't. 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 3 of, I'm bad at counting. I did my test recording 4, 5, 6 were nice and in order. No, this time I gotta remember a pattern.
It's too much.
I can't handle it. Next they'll tell me I have to read to finish this game. People in the thread were bringing up kind of game they'd like to see, where Bowser would be smart for whatever reason. Which got me thinking. In this game, what could Bowser have done that would be smart, that would put him in the lead?
It's kind of tricky in this one because you do actually play as him. So not everything he does is completely stupid.
So I finally remembered to look at the gear we got last time. Small shell will you just take 0 damage the first time you get hit in battle. The hero wear is just a generic upgrade. Rampage Shell lowers your defense a little bit but gives you more power, and Bowser needs power. And the Fury Fangs make it a 1.5 times more likely you'll get Furious. What's Furious? It's a mystery. Besides the obvious things Bowser could have done, like not stuffed himself silly, and realized that he inhaled half the Mushroom Kingdom, so the brothers and Peach were probably inside him. Not much he could have done about eating the first sage, because he didn't realize that the carrot contained him.
Right.
Her, actually. He probably could have just avoided the head-first approach in most of the cases.
Yeah. Eating all the food is probably the most obvious one, because he sat down and watched the show, so to speak. Sat in the big, obvious trap chair, and then went along with the whole fight and everything. Like, that whole section was just Bowser going along with everything for really no reason. Because he's dumb.
Finally found some more tack pieces. They are spread throughout this little maze-like area. The trick here is you can only jump up 2 at a time. So you need to snake up and down to get where you want to go. Our plot goal is just to the left. We want to get over there and hit a switch. But I figure I'd cut down a little bit, save us a trip. And grab some of the pieces. Do a mental count to make sure I've got them all. Pop the switch and head back to get the other 2 pieces on the oh, son of a bitch.
They knew.
They were on to me. You will take 3 trips through this area and you will like it.
Only one more after that one. Get some crazy new attack that I'm sure will have lots of relevance to the energy hold and not just be a random thing.
Now that Mario and Luigi can hover, the rest of this dungeon should be fairly easy. You got our last deck piece. It's just right there.
What's it gonna be?
Bet it's gonna be awesome. It's balls.
No, really.
Well, just 1 ball. I'll use it on the boss. I'll use it on the boss a lot. And I was trying to be smart there and not turn on the X-rays. But I failed miserably. So let's do it properly.
Bowser's just chilling up there, randomly turning the Blu-ray machine on and off for no apparent reason.
Back in the Pump Works, you can assume he was drinking or not drinking based on Chippy asking him.
Yeah.
But here he's just... It's like, okay, I'm tired of looking at the inside of my body. I wonder what the inside of my body looks like.
Yeah, with the water, you could even just assume, like, you know, he's drinking, okay, he's full, he's got to take a break, but he's still kind of thirsty. And he starts again. The X-ray thing is just... Why? If you're done and you turned it off, maybe he just likes punching the switch.
Makes a really satisfying click. Hey, we caught up to the sage, who is not all upset about us treating her like an actual insect.
No, so let's, you know, try to slowly sneak up on her and catch her like a ordinary insect.
Why would you think that was a good idea? She sniffed it first. Maybe she does have the intellect of a normal insect. I don't really get the point of this skit. Let's make Luigi look like an idiot.
Yep.
You've been doing that for 20 years.
Luigi! È tutta le cotto da catto sempre da chete. È tutto zero matato. But that's
Yeah, the sages are much better though. Man, Luigi's butt tasted gross. Let's have some more.
And every time that she's not in the hat, he's surprised.
One last indignity. At least that gave me time to check on my tiny Death Star while recording this. Just because we finished the intro bit and the 5 mini-dungeons, don't think we're done yet. There's a whole other part where you gotta use what you learned.
So the sage can apparently use the drilling underground move and the spinning in the tornadoes.
Well, she's so short, she doesn't need to. I don't think there was any actual total blocks. But, yes. Apparently she can fly, and or use the tornado spin.
Maybe it's some kind of like foreshadowing. All the sages know the bro attacks. So, you know, in the distant future, Mario and Luigi will be two of the sages. Or maybe they'll just cooperatively take up one sage spot.
They have to travel back in time to... Nope, wrong game again. That's the one before this. No more time travel. If Bowser was smarter, he might at least realize that the voice inside him was Star Sprite.
That's true.
Because while I don't think Bowser ever learned his name, her name, he did hear her voice after he got tossed out of the castle.
Right.
Damn it, Luigi! Jump over things. It's not that hard.
He doesn't have enough headroom, he's too tall. Oh, that's never good.
No, Dizzy is pretty bad. You miss a turn and you cannot dodge any attacks until your next turn. In this maze, there's a handful of goodies to be found. Luigi? Your claim to fame is jumping, and you can't even manage that. Just go back home. Wait for the real heroes to finish this. It's gonna be Mario and Starlo, Bowser's Inside Story.
It's the year of Luigi because it's his last year.
Yes. Luigi has actual terminal stupidity.
I thought you were gonna say cancer for a second.
I was trying not to be a dick.
Okay.
Well, more than normal. Pop over here, and you get buttons. I'll remember them in a second. There we go.
You need to be able to just stack up and just keep moving and jumping around while stacked forever.
You can move around stacked, but it's very slow.
Yeah. And you can't jump because the jump does the spin jump.
Right.
Which, I mean, for horizontal is good, but you can't hop up ledges.
We got the delicious gloves. They're made of marzipan.
Okay.
And what they do is when you grab mushrooms and things to eat them, it coats them in a delicious marzipan outside and makes them twice as effective.
Sounds plausible.
Everyone knows marzipan has magical healing properties. Okay, now we're just about done. Once again, my test recording, I got here and just stared at these blocks and tried everything in my power. Except for the incredibly obvious. So we got some nuts, a retry clock, and there's a save block right here. What does that tell you?
Oh. Probably just halfway through the dungeon.
Maybe. No. We are actually just about done. I'm remembering to check my equipment first this time. Checking it really hard.
Which one?
I don't know.
Too many options.
Of course, I didn't bother to heal or anything smart like that.
Nah. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Totally fine.
Come on, guys.
Just go buy a butterfly net. I'm getting tired of this. Yeah, living on a farm for her entire life, she really doesn't know much about the heroes of the Mushroom Kingdom.
I also like how she called Luigi a nobody, and he didn't bother to try and dispute that. He just went, oh yeah.
He doesn't know the proper gibberish for that. I mean, we already beat her up once. I'm not surprised she's a little hesitant to help out.
Yeah. And then when you find her again, you don't try to, like, talk to her or anything. You just start trying to catch her in your hat.
Yeah, this is why we don't let Luigi do the talking. Dermite's actual name is Wizdom, and we have to fight her. And it's a gimmick boss. Everyone loves gimmick bosses. First, a new special attack. Super Bouncer. Fairly complex to pull off. You gotta jump with Mario to hit the ball, and then you have to position the ball so Luigi doesn't get squished, and then hit B to actually land the hit. As you go, the ball will rotate faster and faster from the beginning, so it becomes less of a matter of positioning him and more a matter of stopping him in the right spot. If you miss any three of those things, the attack will just end. Like that.
It does a ton of damage, though.
It does a lot. The gimmick for this battle is that bar up top. Every attack that fills up a little bit, and when it fills up, Wizdom transforms into her magical girl form.
Complete with wand and everything.
Yep. She has significantly higher defense, higher power, more difficult attacks. And yeah, this is what happens. If you're not that great at dodging attacks, you will get served. Bosses will take you apart in no time at all. Let's try that from the top.
Get to see a use of a retry clock.
Yes. There's a reason I actually saved before this battle. The transformation meter goes up based on number of hits, not on actual damage. When she's transformed, there's a couple ways of lowering the meter. Every attack against her will lower it a bit, every attack she does lowers it a bit, and you can jump on the wand, which will lower it a lot, but do no actual damage to the boss. You're better off focusing on the wand and getting her back down, because she has more than double defense in this form. It goes from 39 to 80. And also, any multi-hit attacks aren't really that useful, because you typically can't decide where they go, and a lot of them will just go to the wand and end up being wasted damage-wise.
couple jumps gets her back to her shrunken form pretty quick.
And even though they don't do damage, getting the excellence does count towards your badge points. So if you need HP or SP, it's a decent way to get them back. Wisdom's only attack while in small form is to do that. Shoot a string up, and you have a very narrow window to figure out which brother it's going for, so you're better off just pulling both hammers back. Transform, she has significantly more attacks. It's got that star spray, which moves fairly fast. Can also start going up or down. There's that crystal heart, where you just have to identify which face is on it, because it will always be the same color. So you can't go by that. And getting hit by that has a chance to make you dizzy.
Which, as we've already determined, is absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Later on in the battle, this attack will get a bit of a variation. And she will start getting 2 attacks per turn. All in all, this is a very long fight, just because you spend so much time getting her back down to her shrunk form. Watch her face during this. Oh, I didn't hit it back. If you hit it back, she gets really pissed off.
She got really happy that she hit you.
Oh, she is ecstatic. So yeah, I decided to save everyone a bit of headache, heartache, boredom. Because it's really just me dodging attacks with varying success and jumping on her with balls. Because her last attack she uses when she gets a little low on health. She shrink/8-bitifies you, and you have to run from her and turn around and hammer her. She runs you over, does a significant amount of damage, and if you don't hit her enough by the time you get back to around where your position is, you will trip and get trampled anyway. Can do upwards of 50 plus damage.
I seem to recall that she only does that to Luigi.
She will do it to both of them,
Will she?
just maybe in this battle.
Okay.
And here's the variation. She will cast magic and switch your positions. Also changes the timing. When she changes, you get about a half second to determine which brother's there, though. If you hear the noise or see the animation, you know they've been switched, so you have to switch your ordering. But you do have to be cognizant that the timing is changed, so you can't jump right away.
Get a few more balls in here.
This is really all I've been doing. Thankfully, I got a lot better at this since the test recording, where I was lucky if I was getting goods. And here I get a little impatient, start trying to attack it just like this. But of course, while I do this, I'm thinking about too many things at once. And Luigi goes careening off. Later in the fight, also the timing for the heart will change. Rayu's got a really big mouth.
Yeah. The panting animation stretches it out quite a bit.
She also does the happy face when she tramples you.
She's doing the happy face the entire time she's chasing him.
I just like the sparkling eyeballs. It's so weird. You can see I was talking about with not being able to aim your attacks. First one hits Wizdom and then start wailing on that rod. It does shrink her, but it's a waste of SP. Come on. At least one more. Nope.
And whereas with normal enemies, if you have a multi-hit thing like that, I believe if one hit kills one of them, it kills them immediately and it automatically goes on to the other things.
Yes.
Whereas with that, even when the meter was fully depleted, you can still just keep wasting shots on the wand.
Because it doesn't die in the traditional sense.
Yeah, it's still there, so it's still a target.
Yeah, it doesn't have health or take damage or anything. I think we're almost done with this.
You'll never want to play volleyball ever again.
No. Well, maybe if I can tie one of my friends to the ball and hit it around that way. What you doing this weekend?
Not that.
Oh. Yeah, we got some sweet new boots that siphon HP. And we rank up. Now we can shop in the smaller elitist hoity-toity equipment shop.
Yeah, you can go give your business to the dude that didn't want your business.
Friggin' fat mustache toad. I do wonder if it's possible to get one brother to rank up but not the other, and I wonder if it'll let you shop there or not.
It's an interesting question.
And I apparently have balanced Luigi's stats perfectly.
Yeah. They're all really not giving you too much.
There are no 5s on any of them, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. Defense it is. Still managed to nail the 4, though.
Yep, and you got the 7 on Mario's stash.
Yeah, if I made up for that disappointing 3 before. So remember, kids, if you want to turn a caterpillar into a butterfly, smash it with a giant rubber ball. 20 times.
For 10 minutes.
Now I'm looking at this, I really, really hope this isn't the mandatory Japanese video game androgynous character.
I don't think it is.
It's so hard to tell, I don't want to look it up. Still like we've met so many times before. We met once, we beat you up and you ran away. And then we started chasing you.
Destiny.
Yes, our destiny is physical abuse. Each Dark Hero actually has its own little celebration sounds, and they're their own tracks on the soundtrack. In addition to all the music, there's just 15 tracks of noises.
I'm sure those bone things that she disintegrated weren't anything important.
And we were drilling into Bowser's nerves.
Okay.
Join us next time when we do something else.